What's up, guys? I think we'd go live a little bit early just because I'm itching to get on with playing some of this. It's been a while since I've been able to get into a Marvel stream, so it's really cool to finally be back. As you know, I've been kind of tied up with Galaxy Heroes a lot lately, but I do play this bad boy as well. Who's here right now? We got Illusion, Zintex, Q, and Xylo. Xylo's actually a member of my alliance. I wish I could afford things like that. Right, let's open some of these packs, and then we're gonna just pretty much do some general gameplay and do the usual chit chat, really. How you guys all doing anyway? Come on, game. There we go. I found ever since the latest update, it's been a little bit iffy on BlueStacks. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. Just a little bit laggy at times, and I've had a couple of crashes as well. I tend to find this actually happens anytime a big update comes out for the game. How was your highest red star? Let's have a look. I'm fairly new to the game. I've only been playing a month and a bit now. I got recruited into the Foxnet Envoy program, and as a result of my Galaxy Heroes play, and as a result I've kind of started a new account and trying to get right back into it. We've got 3-star on Luke. I think I've got a few that are higher than that, although they're not particularly good characters. Yeah, we've got Bullseye at 4. I think I got a Hydra somewhere at 5. Yeah, Hydra Sniper. Characters I don't use. Go figure, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys got that too. Hey there, God Killer. Yeah, very iffy on BlueStacks. Unfortunately, it's the emulator I'm used to using as a result of you know, my Galaxy Heroes play and stuff like that. Let's go and get all these supplies open. I used to use Nox back in the day, but I remember when I first started using it, Marvel didn't work at all when Marvel first came out. Excuse me. Good luck playing today. Something's wrong with the game. It's like, yes, that's exactly what I'm having at the minute, Bobby. It's a little bit spotty, but we're trying to persevere. We'll try and get through it anyway. Anything? Oh, of course it's going to be something like hand. Always is. I don't get. I remember when I first started, you need everything. So every orb you open is pretty cool. But now, as I'm starting to actually build up somewhat semi-decent roster, I have like a whole bunch of boring opens that just don't do much for me. I think we got a bunch of milestones down here. I actually got Mysterio the other day. Has anyone else managed to grab him yet? Kind of racing after 4th star now. I don't mind some additional gold. I burn through that stuff so quickly. Gold and training orbs. Oh, I don't have to go through all that stuff. Right, come on. Anything good there? We've got some more Kree. I can always use more Kree. I'm trying to get ready for Fury. I missed out last time. I didn't mean to back out of the supplies entirely. I meant to back out of just that one. Yeah, we just beat our first U6 the other day in raids. Sorry, the other week in raids. It was a bit of a war though. We're definitely going to be in need of some better players that can help us through that if we're going to regularly do it. So we're just kind of abusing U5 at the moment. We've got a couple of spaces in the alliance if anyone cares. Yeah, we're all pretty much just viewers of mine that have picked up the game again, or we're playing casually and decided to step it up a little bit because I'm playing the game now. So, how long have you been playing? What is it now? About 2 months, I believe. Something along those lines. Like I said, the people at Foxnet reached out to me, brought me into their program along with Casino and all the other big names like Valley Flying, Mobile Gamer and stuff. It was actually Mobile that put me onto it all. And yeah, brought me in. So it was like, well, I best pick the game up. I've been looking for more content for my channel anyway. I can try and pick it up again. Some days are more challenging to play than others. Yeah, I mean, if you play a couple of these grind games, you really do feel it some days. I really feel it some days because, I mean, I run this alliance and I also run guilds and Galaxy Heroes and stuff. So, yeah, it can be quite taxing, especially if I'm doing a couple of jobs on the side as well. Hey there, Timo. Wrong universe. Indeed, Mr. Revice. Wrong one. I don't have anything for that one yet. I suppose we'll grab Pyro while we're here. Oh no, we won't because I don't actually have enough credits. Dang it. Alright. It's actually my arena type, so I best go and get one arena battle done. I've plummeted so much because I hadn't had time to really play it. So it's about time I start climbing. We'll go after that team. It's a little less problematic than a stronger defender squad than my own. I actually think there's more to do than Galaxy Heroes. There actually is. Yeah, a lot of time, the refresh comes through at 2 AM for me on Galaxy Heroes, and I've done everything by 10 past 2. And that's it. Unless there's a territory wars on, or a grand arena. I don't tend to have a great deal of gaming time on there. For me, all my time Galaxy Heroes is taken up through running my guild, testing things for videos and stuff like that. Ready for Magneto tomorrow? No. Not even close. Not even close. Is there an empty slot for level 51? There is, Mr. Advice. The Alliance, I'll just write it in chat because obviously things are loading at the moment. The Alliance, if anybody cares to join, come and help out in these raids, is that right there. Ashes of Asgard Guardians. There is another Ashes of Asgard, which was my original guild when the game first went public, like over a year ago, and I was playing it then, but there was pressure from Capital Games, as considering I was sponsored by them, and I was very newly sponsored by them too. There was pressure to kind of drop this game, and yeah, I wish I hadn't, but I did. But I's back now. Pyro worth getting, level 53, or go for gear. I would probably still go for Pyro anyway. He seems to have quite a few uses, and if we can get him pre-ready, that saves us another long grind in the future. At least that's what I'm doing. Wow, this is definitely stuttery and laggy today. Yeah, absolutely no issues whatsoever on OBS or my CPU, so it's definitely just the game itself. Somebody, I think Bobby above mentioned it was like that today. Alright, let's mow these fools down. Make sure the music's actually playing. Yeah, it is. Good stuff. I found the game tiring and greedy. I quit playing for 4 months. Felt like taking my life back. Yeah, these games are very taxing to your social life, I find. I think Marvel's actually a little bit more so because of Blitz. Blitz is a pretty time-consuming mode, especially if you really want those big ranks. I really like to take Medic out before she keeps healing these tanks. Yeah, I got a new Galaxy Heroes video out today. I'm actually going to be working on some new player guides for Marvel Strike Force as well now. Quite a few people in my guild, my alliance, are fairly new to the game. I'm hoping I can help them avoid a few of the annoying road bumps, should we say, that I experienced when I first picked up the game, because this game doesn't do a good job of teaching new players what they're doing, where things are and stuff like that. I have found this game quite poor in that respect. Probably due to the clunky menus and things like that. It's quite hard to find a lot of the tricks and stuff. What gets me here is every time I move between screens. Yes, that is quite annoying as well. Often 2 pop-ups between screens when you first boot the game. Fortunately, they do disappear once you've kind of flicked through a few screens. But yeah, they do bug me as well because I'm free to play. I haven't spent a single penny on this game, largely because I can't afford to do that. I probably would have purchased a few things if I had that mobile gamer income, but I don't, so kind of gotta make do. I'm set to move in about 6 to 7 weeks. I need a new car, so yeah, I haven't got the kind of cash to be spending on a video game. Devices. Look to your lines. Why so many people haven't logged in more than a day? Yeah, we've got a couple of people we want to remove, but there didn't seem much point removing like 4 or 5 of them when we didn't have anybody to fill those initial spaces anyway. So I tend to remove like the least active too. Oh my word! Come on, BlueStacks. Come on now. What is going on today? Super laggy. Yeah, so I tend to remove like the 2 least active, fill them in, kick out the next 2 active, and so on. I don't know what's going on here. It seems to have registered that we won at least. But now BlueStacks is going crazy. Awesome stuff, Alliance. Advice, I'll get you in now, buddy. I almost called you Alliance then. So much talk of the Alliance. But yeah, I've got a couple of really good officers that are really helping me hold things together. Monarch and Chopper. Oh, it's actually the whole game, guild-wide. Excellent. So I've picked the most perfect time to attempt to stream today then. What a shock. It happens to me when I do Galaxy Heroes as well. They always seem to have some sort of client update at the same time. Mysterio looks really, really good. I'm actually glad to have him unlocked. I've got him 2 red stars and obviously unlocked a 3-star. I'm going for that 4th at the moment. Hey there, Milan. Shout out to everybody that I haven't given a shout out for being here, by the way. Come on, Marvel. Don't do this. My return stream to Marvel. You're giving a really good account of yourself right now. Live to all my viewers. From my experience, alliances that have more inactive people make people who want to join think the alliance is dead and dying. That's a fair point, Divine. I mean, I can happily boot those inactive players. I know we've got one of those guys actually on holiday right now, so they're not actually inactive. They're just not anywhere near internet. But yeah, we lost a couple of players a while back. They went to bigger alliances and stuff. Welcome to the guild, dude. Alliance. I can't get used to saying it. Alliance in Galaxy Heroes is a collection of guilds. An alliance in this is a single guild. Is there Cup in the game? No, John, but there are characters equally as useless as Cup. Like pretty much everybody in Hydra and a few others. Pretty much everybody that I have high red stars for is useless. Alright, start mopping these things up. Yeah, so game definitely looks a little bit clunky today. Hey there, Josh. Welcome to the stream, mate. Just a side note, my name is Squallwicken in game. Yeah, I'll get you added. We have like on my DB official Discord server, the link is in the description below, guys. On there, if you're a member of my alliance, I actually have a hidden subsection which is just for members of this alliance. So I'll add you to that. Divine, I've been playing about 2 months. About 2 months, maybe a tad less. I'm not sure. As I said earlier on, if you've only just come into Fox Next, add me to their Envoy program, which is kind of like their EA Game Changers equivalent, where I get early news on releases and stuff. But I've just been so busy, and obviously I have a really large community for that game. And trying to juggle the two while also doing some work on the side, it's been a bit hectic, but I am hoping to really kick it into second gear now with my Marvel content. And pretty much everybody in my alliance is a viewer, so I don't think there's anyone other than my brother that isn't actually a viewer, because I don't think my brother really watches my content. He's also a streamer, so very busy guy. Come on, game. So slow today, so slow. I'm looking forward to my new system. My new Zen 2 build is going to be a godsend, because I tell you right now, using After Effects, Adobe and stuff like that on this current well, probably about 4 gen old AMD system is really struggling. It really struggles to render things, I tell you that. So I'm looking forward to that, and I can run higher frame rates and stuff as well. I tried high frame rates on Marvel and Galaxy Heroes the other day, and I think I heard my PC begin to cry. So definitely not something I can do right now. What roster I'm working on right now? I'm actually working on a broad array of things. I've got my whatchamacallits, my defenders and my Punisher. All right, there we go. Just get that done. Let's have a look at these members that aren't actually playing. Yeah, because I've got my. I didn't mean to click that. Got my Punisher and stuff ready to go. They're all 5-star. And it's just a case of throwing a bit more gear on them for arena use right now. But what I'm really working on... I see BB isn't playing. That's a shame. He used to be a really active member. I'll have to reach out. Okay, it didn't let me click on him. Alright, boot him out for now. I will reach out to him though, just in case he is intending to play again. Wow, my super sensitive mouse is making this difficult today. That's actually my missus, so I am going to nag her, and I think Vicious is on holiday, so we'll get Calder out as well. Right, there we go. That's the key inactives gone. I will reach out to... because that's my brother. He's at work. Akula was on yesterday. Snuffs I know was on. So I'll reach out to Vicious and I will shout at my missus. Tally played a game. Definitely welcome some more active players to our alliance. Definitely, dude. I mean, kind of got to get this place going. But yeah, let me show you what my roster is at right now. Yeah, see, I've got these bad boys all up. My McCree Noble is actually probably overpowered for the upcoming event. I'm just trying to get her stars up. My medic, I'm also working on my shield as well, so I can make sure I can grab Iron Man. My shield is all really starting to come together, and again, it's just a case of stars. And I've been bringing my X-Men up ever so slightly, just for another team when it comes to Alliance War and stuff. I'm kind of needing a little bit more firepower, and I'm also starring my Guardians because they're in an area where nothing else is, so I may as well do those at the same time. And then pretty much everything else is just where it is. I've got all sorts of characters, but yeah, the ones getting primary gear focus for me is my arena. What are red stars? They actually give a boost to the game. If I just go into Luke Cage and show you, for example, I think it'll be right here. The more red stars you got, they overlay on top of the stars you already have, and they give an overall boost to all these stats, as you see right here. So my Luke Cage is 10% stronger than a rival 5-star Luke Cage that wouldn't have those stars, although I believe everybody does get those. So it's just an example. As you can see, people that have 7 red stars on their 7-star character get a whopping 75% bonus over other people that are just a flat 7-star without the reds on top. Unfortunately, the reds are kind of handed out randomly. Where is their store? I think it's over here. If it wants to load, yeah, in here, like, you're guaranteed a 4-star promotion, or you can purchase credits with your tokens. And if you purchase credits, you can custom pick them. But as you see up here, I mean, it's 10 credits for just a 3-star. So, yeah, I've only recently got into, I believe it's about level 60 red stars come into effect. So that's where I'm at the moment. Trying to develop these characters. Has this one begun now? I believe it has. I do like these little campaigns that get brought in. Yeah, we'll skip the shit chat. Okay, I have to use these two. Okay, sweet. Let's give these a go. By the way, guys, do you have the audio in battles all messed up? I actually have audio all turned off anyway, because I tend to have my music in the background overlaying. You played Marvel since launch. You quit about 3 months ago. Think pick it back up. Has it got better? I mean, I'm really enjoying the game. So I don't play it as competitively as I do Galaxy Heroes, which is probably why I'm enjoying it. So if you want to pick it back up, dude, there's an alliance right here that will welcome you. What's your best red star character? My best red star characters are probably Luke Cage. I do have higher red stars, but those characters aren't developed, and some of them just aren't very good characters. I mean, like my 5-star, was it Hydra Sniper or something? Hydra are probably one of the worst factions in the game. Level 54. Oh, it's level 54 you start getting orbs. Okay, I couldn't remember what it was. Been playing the game since launch. 90% of my 5-star, sorry, red star are useless minions. You don't have a single 6 or 7. There you go, guys. That's what I mean. It's not easy to get the specific red stars that you want. I mean, if I had my way, they'd be all over my arena team. But yeah, as you saw, they're not. The only one I believe was red star at all was Luke, and that's one you get by default. I've got like a rogue hair hanging in front of my face here. You don't actually play Marvel, for you show some support. Thank you, Zone. One of my YouTube members right there. Hence the little pixie emotes that he's using. And the loyalty badge by his name. Crossbones and Winter Soldier, both Hydra. Yeah, Crossbones, he's great when you first get the game going. When you first get the game, you're pretty much given him in an event that's really, really easy. And he's a fantastic character then, because his like self-destruct move, which doesn't actually self-destruct but does hurt him, is just brutal early on. But I haven't used him in forever now, and Winter Soldier just sits there totally unused. Smash that like button. I'm hoping to become one of the forces in the Marvel community. I think the reason we're lagging so much is because the game is having to download at the same time. I haven't played the game much on BlueStacks ever since the update. So hopefully that will reduce. Is there a difference in difficulty at the raid strike teams? What? I'm not sure what you mean. But yeah, there are different tiers of raid, and some of them are obviously a lot more difficult. Self-healing teams tend to be the way to go. There is actually a couple of guides I believe casinos put out, like, you know, visual guides, just images. That actually show some great raid teams. I pretty much just run Punisher and Defenders, and I go straight through the tier 5 raids. They don't seem to offer any sort of difficulty. They just did the update and it slowed the game down. Yeah, it's actually ridiculous. I'm just kind of sat twiddling my thumbs. It's just as well that I can talk like off the top and don't need a script, eh? Otherwise, this would be a very awkward stream right now of somebody just sat there like that's not as able to just ad-lib or is socially awkward. They'd be having a really rough time right now, just sat watching this game do nothing. You have 5 stars on Minerva, but you don't even have her unlocked. Yeah, I think I've got a couple like that myself, buddy. Come on, never played this game. Looks like slow as hell. Yeah, it's an update, Kruger. There's an update that's just come out and it seems to be performing horrendously. It's actually hijacking my stream right now. So this is a great advertisement for Marvel right now. Come on, guys, get your stuff together. My battle load's probably twice as long on both phones. Some weird stutters. Did you get Padme? Yeah, in about 23 seconds. Absolutely smashed it. I do have Gear 13 Grievous though. What I used was Grievous Lead. I used my Gear 12 Asajj, my Gear 12 Dooku, my Gear 12 B2, and then my Gear 11 Poggle. And there's no special mods on any of them really. Although I would say my Grievous is quite decently modded. Yeah, and I just went in, cleared all their buffs, just spammed AoEs and just crushed it. I could have just pressed auto really. I was going to make a video guide for it, but the battle was so short. It was like, wow, what do I do for the rest of the video? The video will be about 2 minutes long, at most. So I could do it if people cared. But, oh man, it was so easy. DB, if you get her, you must upgrade her immediately. Okay, will do. Come on, game. How long has this battle been loading? 99% of what? 10,000%? Surely 100 is the top. Can we please get there? I should get footage from people doing Padme with Gear 9 Geonosians. Yeah, I've heard some people have had some really crazy successes with the Geonosian squads. Just re-downloaded Marvel for months and not playing. I'm at level 63 and always free to play. Welcome to the club, buddy. I'm 64 and free to play as well. Right, please game. Let's get working now, shall we? I kind of have arena to do. What does moves do? Primary target, bleed, in offense up for maximum. Okay, let's go for that. Yeah, they are seriously annoying today as well with all the serious slowdown that everything's having. Okay, we'll just smash them with that one, I suppose. Need to learn these new kits. Obviously, Foxnex actually send me all this stuff in advance, being part of their program. But yeah, I've not been around to even have a chance to flick through it or create hype videos for this stuff coming. So, what team should I focus on first? Not sure how much into arena. Well, generally, the starting block for anybody in this game is the Defenders and Punisher. That tends to be the way to go. It's a really useful team across multiple game modes. It's where I started. The characters are pretty easy to farm. You're given some of them, so that would be the starting block. And then you want to look at the legendaries and really decide where you want to go next. For me, I went Kree. That they're actually used to unlocking Nick Fury, and the reason I went there is because I wanted a team that I could also use in the other campaigns in order to get to the higher gear quickly. I know a lot of people tend to go Shield second, but considering I really need Nick Fury to make Shield, you know, fire on all cylinders, I didn't see the point in going to them second. I kind of did them on the side. Get rid of her. I really do like Reaper. Really, really handy when you're building second teams and dealing with other defender squads. That heal block comes in so useful. Restart the game, I just did, and it worked again. I might have to at this rate because it is so clunky at the moment. As I mentioned, guys, if anyone's looking for an alliance, we do have space in mind. All we ask is that you get involved. Just actually play the game. I wonder how the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to reintegrate Fantastic Four. Yeah, I mean, I watched the first one purely because Jessica Alba was in it. Because, I mean, what guy my age didn't like Jessica Alba? Especially in the prime, back in the... Was it? She did that movie with Paul Walker where the movie was pretty much just her diving in water in bikini the whole time. Everyone loved Jessica Alba. So yes, I did see the first one. I didn't watch any of the others. I did enjoy the X-Men movies. I haven't seen all the Marvel Cinematic Universe myself. Deep Blue... No, that's a shark one, isn't it? Was it Into the Blue with Paul Walker? I know, I'm a big Paul Walker fan as well. I've got tons of his movies, like where he did the first Fast and the Furious and stuff, and then he made a whole bunch of movies that people didn't even seem to know existed. But Into the Blue, that's it, yeah. I own that bad boy. Yeah, exactly. It was a whole movie of her swimming around in a bikini, and then I happen to be a Paul Walker fan as well, so it worked for me. And obviously my missus can sit and just dribble when he's on screen, and that's fine. Welcome to the Alliance, dude. Always cool to see new people coming in, getting involved. Obviously, you see my buddy Xylo's in it. He's a YouTuber as well. Be sure to check him out. Takedown Games. Be sure to check him out. Hoping to get him in on the mix on some Marvel stuff as well. We work together as much as we possibly can. Yeah, Paul was an awesome guy. Really like Paul Walker. Great actor. Really underrated actor, in fact. Especially you've seen some of his other movies. I forget the name of it. I think it's actually got a different name in the international market. But it was a cop / like mob type movie. And he's pretty much like on the run the whole time. And it was like a really good thriller. Really good action thriller. I really did enjoy that movie. And then there's another one where he goes back in time. Again, I forget the name of that one as well. Ages since I watched him. But yeah, I really did like his films. She's amazing in that. Yes, Jessica Alba is 2 thumbs up for Jessica Alba. I didn't even know she was until I started watching Dark Angel when I was younger, and I really enjoyed that show. Michael Weatherly's in as well, I believe. DB, have you watched any anime? I won't lie, I've not actually ever really been an anime person. I watched Pokemon. I did enjoy Pokemon growing up, and I can still easily watch Pokemon these days. But that's about all I've ever really bothered with. I didn't get into Dragon Ball Z when all my mates did when I was younger. There was a couple of others they watched, and I didn't get into those either. I was never really part of that scene, the whole comic book scene and that. I never was really part of it at all. I've kind of got into all that stuff later in life. Once I stopped playing sport, once I left the music industry and stuff, that's kind of when I got into comic books and Star Wars to a hardcore level, and Marvel's only really a recent thing for me. I grew up as a huge fan of the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man and Superman and Batman, so yeah, it's only really in later life I'm like, well, let's kind of, now I've got some cash, you know, let's delve into these things, and yeah, really glad to get into Marvel. She's your childhood crush ever since then. Yeah, for me it was Dark Angel. And I only found the show by complete accident. I think I was looking for Buffy and Angel on TV when I was younger, and I stumbled across Dark Angel, and I was like, ah. And then I saw Jessica Alba and was like, ooh. You should try some anime sometime. Very awesome. If you guys want to recommend one for me to check out, you say not cool. I'm way behind on the Marvel movies, dude. I've watched a bunch that aren't in the cinematic universe, you know, like the X-Men movies, Venom and Spider-Man and so on. For the actual cinematic universe, I've seen Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Incredible Hulk. I think that's it. I'm on Thor now, but I own a 3D TV, you see, and I want I want the 3D movie, and as a result, that's slowing me down because it means I gotta buy it because you can't stream those. What genres do you like? There are genres of anime. You're talking to a total anime noob here, so yeah, I wouldn't even know. Trying to think of things that I do enjoy. I mean, obviously, as I said, I like Pokemon. I like fantasy stuff like Final Fantasy. So if there's anything that's anything like those two, feel free to suggest it. Yeah, I'm trying to catch. I've seen Daredevil as well on Netflix. DB, what's up? Take your geek card away. I even have a geek card. I grew up as like a sports, like I was a hardcore sports guy. You know, I played football, boxing, moved into mixed martial arts and stuff. So all this is like super late for me. I actually got into Star Wars through video games. It was Knights Old Republic, which really hooked me. Not the other stuff. I was never into any of that. I really liked Soul Eater animes. I didn't watch much of them. Yes, I don't even know what they are. I know absolutely nothing about it. Have you ever thought of playing Final Fantasy? I heard it's better now than World of Warcraft. Well, actually, funny you speak about that, but I'm actually talking with Square Enix at the minute about potentially being one of their creators as well. So Final Fantasy will definitely be something that gets picked up because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I think I spent a huge portion of my teenage years on Final Fantasy 7 and 8. I didn't get into 9. I did like 10. I couldn't stand any of the sequels to 10 though. Just grab all these goodies. What characters have good Spider-Man synergy? I find if you're early game, you can plug Spider-Man in with Shield. That tends to work quite nicely. Okay, Bobby also says the Defenders team. I know my missus actually runs in with Shield. She's got a really great Shield team though. It seems like the lag is beginning to ease up a little bit, which is just as well because I have like a ton to do. Come on, game. Let's spend this energy because I can't stand it sat there. Let's get the daily farms done. So watch Punch Man and Attack on Titan. Has a mix of comedy and action. Okay, that sounds good. I have to check one of those out. Thank you. Because people have always asked me, do you watch any of this stuff? And it's like, well, no, I've never seen it. Where do I start? Nobody ever really suggests anything for me to try out. So I appreciate that. Oh, shout out to Crawford. Is it Crawford Polk? Welcome to the community, dude. All right, 2 for Kree Noble. Let's go through and get all these daily farms done. Get my shield medic done. Oh, more than caught up with Star Wars. I'm at all the premieres all the time. As soon as they're available for, because I've got like a cinema membership as well, so I get to see them a day before anybody else can even see like the public thing. Always there. Because spoilers just kind of pain me so much, so I have to be there like immediately. Sat there at like 5 minutes to midnight. Ugh. Alright, Shield Assault. Get my Reaper. Can't wait till all these stars are done. It feels like it takes forever sometimes. Just like Galaxy Heroes, 1 a day. Because 2 a day is the equivalent to 1 on this. Cyborg. It took me a while to get to farm some of them was the problem, as they were so much further in the campaign and my teams weren't strong enough. Excellent, no shards. Perfect. My 2 red star Psylocke. When you watch trailers movie, yes, exactly. I don't even watch trailers these days. I did watch the teaser trailer for episode 9 because I did a reaction video to it, but that's about it. Should I focus on defenders at the moment? I have an old team of Captain America, Thanos, Hawkeye, Crossbones, Medic, Quake, Gamora, Yondu, all above level 60. I'm not overly sure if any of those are going to be a great deal of use in, like, you know, across multiple game modes. Where's Divine? Perhaps Divine can help. That's actually a day one player. Might actually be able to suggest if you can actually make any sort of arena use out of that while putting the other teams together for the legendaries, which would definitely, you really should be your goal, getting some of those legendary characters put together. Oh, 1 shard for Oracle. Come on. Right, have we got any energy left? Because I would like to put the rest on my Captain America. Give us the... I've not even seen the Mandalorian TV trailer yet. I kept meaning to do a reaction video to it, and I always forget. I don't want to click on Loki. Where are you, America? I know you're hiding here somewhere. Another character I have red stars for and can't actually use. And 8. Oh, don't mind that. 4 and 5 drop right there. I was first person to comment on your other video, but you ignored it. Does that mean you're not going to answer? What other video? I tend to just have the old phone here, and what I do, I swipe up before I actually go through all the comments, and whatever one is kind of there right now is the one I tend to reply to until I sit down and actually go through as many of them as I can. So odds are I will go through your comments shortly, dude. Probably after stream. I'll flick through all the comments that are on today's video and get back to as many as I can. Yes, advice. It's on random characters. It's quite annoying. If I had a red star orb, I would show you. But I don't actually have one right now. I went through them all the other day. I was meaning to stream this the other day. And yeah, kind of got held up. Oh, come on, game. Why are you so slow today? It's probably arena time again now. I'm not getting anything done. I know, I've got 5 minutes to arena. Okay, so we can actually get something else done. Alright, claim all the goodies. Today. Alright, there we go. Jump into Blitz. You just made me download Strike Force. Good man. Get in this game as well. Come join my alliance. Come get involved. Got a little group all coming together for this. What about top 10 Zeta? Yeah, I probably just haven't even seen it yet, mate. I imagine there's a whole bunch of comments that I haven't got round to replying to. As I said, what I was doing, I was working on After Effects, designing some new stuff for future videos, and when I was doing it, every now and then, I would just check my phone, I'd see a comment, I'd reply to it, and get back to what I was doing. I haven't actually gone through the full comment list just yet, and I will do. As you can, you know, I try and reply to as many comments as I can. The only time I start to stop is when they're just kind of, their comments are looking to start fights with other creators, or their questions that I've answered like 4 million times already on that video, or even in the video itself. They're the only ones I kind of like, oh, come on, man, surely, and skim past it. But yeah, generally I reply to everything I can. You have Iron 5-star unlocked. I need to read up on what's good these days. Yeah, well, I'm hoping my channel will be able to help you out. I do intend to actually do videos on this channel as well as just live streams. So, but yeah, this is a game I really do want to actually live stream regularly. As a lot of you remember back in my Twitch days, I live streamed Galaxy Heroes like 5 to 6 days a week. And then after a while, there was nothing for me to do on the game. Luckily, Marvel, I've got loads to do, so I'm hoping to make this a regular thing. I'll be able to stream this while also doing other stuff. If you have Kree minions close to 5-star, you should try and get Nick Fury. That's my goal as well. How's it going with little Pixie ever since you went to the vet? She seems to be responding really well to the antibiotics. She's a lot happier, loads more energy. So yeah, glad I made the decision to book her in and get her checked out, because yeah, she just wasn't herself. She was really grumpy. And just kind of laying around not doing anything. As you guys saw, she wasn't coming to jump up and bark for the stream or anything like she normally does. She just stopped doing it all, which is very unlike her. I do apologize for the laggy gameplay. It's a new update that's caused it. Been playing that before it was released and lost interest since it was kind of the same as, yeah, I imagine, because before I got into Marvel itself, I didn't have a lot of connection to the game. All I really knew was Spider-Man, Incredible Hulk, and Wolverine, and as a result, I just really wasn't into the game. And I dropped it first time round after a bit of pressure from Capital Games, because it was like, well, I don't really have a big connection to it. But now that I'm getting into Marvel, I tend to enjoy it a lot more. And yeah, I made it very, very clear to Capital Games I would be covering the game regardless what they say. And they didn't object, so all is good. And now I'm here and I'm getting on with it. We've been doing it a little bit now. I think I was the first one to really jump over, and then gamingfans.com jumped over, and I believe Arnold's jumped over since as well. Yeah, I'm glad my little pup is happy. DB, would you do a Marvel and Swagger collabs with Mobile and Arnold? Yeah, I've got no problem with either guy. I mean, me and Mobile intended to work together a couple of times, and it kept getting screwed up. So I do intend to work with him. I'm not sure Arnold would want to work with me. I don't know how he... You know, I don't know if he has any grudge with me or whatever, but I mean, I'm totally down to work with him. I've got no problem with him. At the end of the day, once you start to develop your YouTube, you kind of have to view it from a business aspect. You know, you begin to make money on it, you begin to develop a brand, you've got supporters to keep happy, so you kind of have to view it in that way. And I try to be professional about things, so I've got no problem working with anyone. I always try and help out the smaller channels, as you guys have seen. I'm really trying to get my buddy Xylo to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to help him with that. Yeah, it's going to beat up on this team. Don't you feel like there is more to do than Galaxy Heroes? Yes, I do. I think there's much more to do. I think the animations are cleaner. I think the graphics are a lot nicer as well. But at the end of the day, graphics don't make games. I think passion and connection are really what make games. I mean, I can sit there and play Final Fantasy VII and still be completely absorbed into it. Same with the original Mass Effect. And I found in the early days, Pro Evolution Soccer, for example, looked a lot uglier than FIFA, but I enjoyed it more. These days I tend to play FIFA more, but that's just because EA give me the game for free, and I really like the Ultimate Team. So yeah, but so graphics don't really make games, but this game aesthetically I think is a lot more pleasing to the eye. Here for Range Trooper. Yeah, wrong game, buddy. One day he will be gear 10. Just went into battle against Killmonger, and his mask for some reason is not on his face. What the fudge? You need to screenshot that. Put it in my Discord. I play my Star Wars games from the 90s because they're better than the Star Wars games we have now. Yeah, I still love the original Battlefront games and Knights of the Republic. I mean, I still intend to cover those on this channel. Thumbs up for Xylo indeed. Yeah, Xylo is such a great guy. I would if I get the chance to come out to the States for any of these big gaming conventions and stuff, I will totally try and meet up with my buddy Xylo. He just strikes me as the kind of guy that I would easily get on with outside of our creation together. So, such a cool lad. Nice to get you to 10k subs. I would love that. I would absolutely love to make that 10k barrier. And we're getting there. I believe we're banging on the door of 9k right now. Not bad considering January I had 1,000 subs. And now here we are in August about to hit 9,000. That's pretty crazy. Because obviously I wasn't a YouTuber. I was a Twitch streamer that had a YouTube channel, and I'd put up like one video a month at best. And I didn't promote it. I didn't do anything to it until January. And that's when I was like, you know what, I'm going to give this a go, because Twitch kind of let me down. And YouTube got right behind me, and I haven't looked back since. How often are you going to stream Marvel? The intention is as much as people care to see it. I see we got a nice little viewership right now. I'm quite happy with that. That's more than I was expecting for somebody that's really new to the community. So, I mean, if you guys want to see it, I can get a good 3, 4, maybe even 5 Marvel streams done a week. I think that'd be really fun for me to do until my account's at the point where I can really start making guides for people. I'd love to get in and theory craft for this game as well, like I do for Galaxy Heroes. I'd like to be able to, you know, get some anti-meta stuff going and helping people out with some tricks and tips. But until I really have a grasp on the game, I don't feel I'm in a position to do those. I don't want to just use secondhand information off other videos. I don't think that's a really a really good way to build a channel, in my opinion. I like to have that knowledge, so if people question me on a mechanic, I know it right there and then, and I can explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. If you pick it up secondhand in a video, you don't tend to have that. Plo Koon videos in March. You just need another Plo Koon type vid. Yeah, I mean, that Grievous bunch of videos I did last month, they exploded, and my Wampa raid guide, they kind of went pretty wild. I was quite happy with last month, and then I got dragged away to work, unfortunately. Oh, I've got something in my eye. Yeah, it's still a little bit of decorating on the side. I'm self-employed, so you know, I'm renting things to pay, so I had to take up a couple of things there, and that really kind of stunted my channel again. But I don't think it'll be too much longer until I'm just entirely on YouTube. The channel's doing well. I'm really happy. And I love this. I love this so much. This really is my passion. As soon as my new system is built, it won't just be mobile games either. We'll be bringing in some FIFA. We'll be bringing in some shooters and stuff like that. Playing some Halo with my brothers and my missus. 4-player co-op and things like that. Should be quite entertaining. I'd love to restart Strike Force, but my phone is a bit older. Game crashes. Yes, I know. I think they dropped support for some older phones a while ago. You really should check out playing on a PC or a laptop if you can. Something like BlueStacks. You're level 62, so you're only 3 levels behind me then, buddy. I think I just got to 65 a minute ago. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate that. Is that my it's Mrs. and the pupper in the background there? Pix, come here. Come here, Pixie. Gimme. Up. There we go, guys. The little pupper. Feeling a lot better. She's doing great, APB. She's on antibiotics, and they seem to have cheered her up, as you can probably tell, because she's actually come to say hi to the stream for the first time in ages. Hello. Oh, you're going to lick my microphone. I'm sure the viewers will really appreciate that sound. Now you're going to lick my hands. Oh, I do love my little doggo. My little fur baby. I treat her like I would if she was my daughter. I really do. Spoiler rotten. Best thing about DB is it doesn't take Supermax teams into everything. Yeah, I try to show a general use for a team. If you just take in, like, you know, a top 1% thing, well then 99% of players can't even utilize that, and they don't know if it's going to be usable if it's a little bit weaker. So it makes sense to do it from the bottom up and work your way up until you find it at a consistent level. You use the Ray Wampa squad because of me and the Sith Empire for phase 1. You're welcome, Cody. I'm glad they're helping out, mate. Remember to play Dark Dimension when you get 6-star team. Could be a fun thing to stream. That sounds awesome to me. I wasn't even aware there was something that required that. Let's go and get my Kree into action. Best go and get another arena battle done in a second. You gonna come say hi, Tally? She's smirking. We've noticed you're inactive on Marvel Strike Force, by the way. Yeah, lots of pixie hype in chat right now. What's your alliance's Strike Force? I'm in game now. It's Ashes of Asgard Guardians. There it is right there. Feel free to look it up. Send in an invite. We'll get you in. What kind of system you plan to build? Because I stream off the same system, and because I also do a lot of like Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere Pro, all that kind of stuff, as well as being a video game streamer. I'm actually building a Ryzen build, so I've got more threads, more more general use for multitasking. I'm actually going to build the 3900X Ryzen. The only thing I'm undecided on right now is which graphics card I'm going to go for. But yeah, those Zen 2 systems absolutely fantastic when you're multitasking like that. If I was just a pure gamer, I'd probably go for an Intel build, but I'm not. As you guys know, I stream, I create videos, all sorts of stuff. So thank you, Marcus. I can't pronounce your surname, buddy, so I won't butcher it. Thank you very much, and welcome to the community. There's a mode that allows you to get Ultron for free. It's fairly okay. Don't know the raid system. What lane do I start on? Says Q. There are actually a whole bunch of guides for this. There are a whole bunch of guides. They're just like standard picture guides as well. Can someone get one of them up in my Marvel sub room on my Discord server for Q? And perhaps tag him as well. In a minute, mate, going to be fun to be guildmates in both games. Indeed. We've actually got a couple, actually. Akula is also in both. And I think there's one or two others that are also in there. We've got a few other AOK members that are in different Galaxy Heroes divisions, but they're also playing in the same guild here. GPU from Nvidia or AMD? That's kind of what I'm undecided on. Because the R7... the Radeon 7 Radeon 7 graphics card is really, really good for content creation. It's just got a ridiculous amount of RAM, and it's just so useful for things like that. As a standalone video card, it's not fantastic, but when you're factoring in that I do a lot of that, it's going to become really useful. But I'm not sure if I should just hang around and wait on the next series or not. Yeah, I did look at the 2080s, but their cost against the R7, I'm not sure. Considering I do an awful lot of content creation, they're weighing it up, and I would save a lot of money, which I kind of need to do. As I said, I do not make mobile gamer money here. Maybe you can get a route for U5 from one of the viewers. U6, yeah, we managed to get to the 30% on U6. I would love to do that regularly, but I think we probably need a couple of really dedicated new members to pull that one off. Take your 10 for 10 off. I think I did that last night, and I got something. I think it was a Kree member, probably Koraf, I think. I missed the last one. That they did one a week ago or something. I went to buy it and the game corrupted and then it disappeared. So that was a little bit annoying. Team I was using there was my Kree team. They're kind of my current project. Boom, in you come, Cody. Awesome to see so many new members joining the team. Let me just jump into Arena real quick, and then we'll have a look and see if there's a 10 for 10 still available for me or not. Do we not? Can we have something slightly different? Is there any team that isn't going to whoop my butt so much? This one's got a couple of bad guys in. I'll probably stand a better chance against that one. Yeah, welcome aboard, Cody. Security Fury, Maneuver Rocket. Waiting on one more rare piece for Star-Lord. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get my roster kind of broadly ready for all of those legendaries, but I mean, when you're farming multiple teams at once, it's gonna take a little while. Hey there, Norin. Great to see some Strike Force content. It's great to be back on that Strike Force content, bud. I'm trying to do this regular. If people will watch it, then the content will come. You're in game name, wrong universe. Load game. It seems to be loading a little bit quicker than it was. The new update is still definitely messing with us on stream today, but it is loading a little bit quicker. Come on, let's get into another battle. 99, my butt. This is taking ages. Yeah, not too bad, Nora. Not too bad. How are you? Yeah, I've been kind of delayed on all content lately, but as you saw today, we've got a new Galaxy Heroes video out, and now we're getting our Marvel stream in too. Tell Telly to break the 19 days inactive and come back to Acolytes. She was considering coming back to Galaxy Heroes because she was considering getting back into streaming. She was also a Twitch streamer. She's not working at the moment, so she was considering, yeah, coming back to that. Alright, mow this team down. Always try and find teams with villains in. Daredevil just eats them up. Love to get more than 120k credits from gold orb. Yeah, one of my guild members the other day got a 3 million drop in one of those gold orbs. I was like, really? The most I've ever had is about 150 or something. Is it wise to get mercenary team ready right away for the gold event? Yeah, it is kind of like a credit heist, but I've no, a lot of the more experienced players than me haven't recommended I do that either. So I've never been 100% sure on if I should really bother with it. Awesome, Jay. We'll get you in a second, mate. There is a dedicated room on my Discord server, my DB official 125 Discord server, that is. There is a sub room for the Ashes of Asgard. So if you're in there, I will get you invited in. Oh, I've lost Iron Fist. That's not good. Where all my heals come from? He's got the orange upgrade on his unique as well. You should slowly work on the mercs on the side, but not too important. Okay. I mean, the game does give you a fair bit of gold, I find, so... Not as much as I would like. But I actually tend to run out of the training mats more than I do gold these days. Need to work on my city heroes. Yeah, that's what I've built up nicely. Got my city team ready to bang. One merc away from a full team. Merc Lieutenant is good. Right, I don't really know if any of those mercs are particularly good. My best ones are Bullseye and there's somebody else who I completely forget. Hey there, Ruben. Welcome to the stream, bud. Greetings from Oxfordshire. Come on, slow game. I don't want to click that. I'm trying to get to stuff. What we got left? Training, a piece of gear, and then a little bit more blitzing. Alliance request. The guys in my alliance are about to freak out. So many new members joining today. I told them as soon as I got back into streaming, I'd get a few more recruits in. We're going to get this thing popping. And I'm not sure they were 100% sure because I kept saying I'll be streaming soon, and it dragged on for weeks. But now I'm finally back. Okay, Lieutenant and Deadpool, great mercs. I don't think I have Deadpool yet. Okay, that we have to disagree. Never have gold, but I have plenty of training. Oh, really? I see. I'm the absolute opposite. Absolute opposite. I mean, more space. We got no additional spaces left, but I do have a couple. I have one more that's slightly inactive that I can message. So I will keep an eye out. And if we got some players that just aren't playing, then I will free up more spaces. Hey there, I pop off. How you doing, man? My arena team back in the days was Widow, Captain, Deadpool, Hawkeye, and Quake. Yeah, my original team, my original account, the one that Capital Games made me drop, I got like Daredevil for free because I was signed up for like the day one stuff. And yeah, if I carried on with that, I would have been much better place than I am right now, that's for sure. Really regret caving to their pressure. But I was like such a new creator in the Game Changer program, so I kind of felt I had to. Come on, load. Gold's way too stingy in this game. We had a really good thing recently because there was like there was a bug or something with a gold offer and people got millions of it. So as a result, we got like tons of gold every single day logging in, which was awesome. I've got an alliance war on right now. Yeah, so that was absolutely awesome. But yeah, I've really started to lose my stores of that now. All right, we've done the Kree battle. Let's go and get my defenders. How do red star orbs work? Do you get one red star per orb or random stars? Yeah, you get random amount of stars on random characters. And if you already have, say you get like, you know, one red star for somebody you already had, like 3 star, that'll convert into credits for you to do with whatever you want to do. I haven't streamed this game in a long time. Yeah, man, this game for me is really what I enjoy to stream. I don't think I'm in a place to really make a lot of video guides, giving a ton of advice, because I'm still in the learning stages of the game. So for me, it's a way to stream and just meet loads of new people and like build my community that way. Hey there, MVP. Why could they dictate that you could stream? Aren't you a private contractor? Yeah, it really wasn't a you can't do this. It was just kind of you're streaming a competitor to our game, and you can get these bonuses if you don't. So yeah, they plugged my stream back on my Twitch days and stuff. But yeah, in the long run, looking back, I wish I'd have been like, no, just carried on like Mobile Gamer did. Really wish I did. But, you know, that's hindsight, right? It was a decision I made at the time. I was a very new, small creator. At the time, I probably had about 200 subs on YouTube, and was a small Twitch streamer. So, yeah, I kind of just buckled. But we're here now. We're doing this thing. We're going to get this Marvel community going just like I have my Galaxy Heroes one. Deadpool's a great character for ignoring taunts. He seems to have a move as well. It's like insta-kills anyone on my team anytime I face him too, which kind of sucks. But would be awesome if I had him myself. Simi says, Merc Lieutenant gives universal offensive buffs. As such, he is very usable. Going for Mercs early for gold, I wouldn't bother so much because very early stages don't reward much at all. Yeah, I think I've done like the early stage of that, the Merc mission. You didn't really get, I think you get like 100 and something K, don't you? If I remember right, it's like 75 or something. I remember it was quite a small number that I was a bit disappointed in. Do you think I could take old Daka to more HP? What, than your 94K? Maybe if you have some really good, like crazy secondaries. I mean, I just took mine to gear 13, but she's still 5-dot modded. I do intend to work on her. I don't have counter on anyone, so get that and we can hit Cage as well. Deadpool's only really good when he has high red stars and is a high geared. He's one of those biggest boosts from red star. Okay. I think there's a few characters that seem to be like that, because I don't know about you, but my Daredevil and my Punisher just get splatted, even when they were facing like teams of the same gear. So I'm hoping their characters will also get a bit of a kick from red stars, because mine don't have that yet. Did you hear they're bringing mods to the game? I had heard the rumors, though I haven't seen anything official, and I'm a bit behind in my convos with Fox Next, so I don't know if that's actually coming or not, or if that was just something that was rumored. If they do, then they need to learn from Galaxy Heroes and do not bring speed secondaries, because that just creates a whole bunch of random headache chaos. I have no problem bringing, you know, new random secondaries for offense and defense stuff, so we can customize a character the way we want. But I think when you bring speed in, you create a slippery slope. I don't mind a speed primary on like an arrow, for example, because everybody can get that. But when you bring in a random element to a game that has so much importance, such as speed, I don't think it's a good thing. I like strategy over RNG. I got that one nicely in the bag, and thank you, Darth Haldo. Just noticed you subscribed. Also, I don't have the headset on because I'm wearing my cap instead of my beanie today, so I'm not actually hearing it, which is unusual. I usually do. Starting my brawler squad: Spidey, Miles, America Chavez, or Chavez, not sure how it's actually pronounced, Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel. That's a badass team. I wish I had that. Claim these. I usually always get to at least 7. Sometimes I push into the 8s and 9s. It depends if it's a character I want, and I would actually like to get Vulture, but I don't see me really getting into the ranks where I'll unlock him, unfortunately. I don't see me getting up here, and I don't even get bonus shards down here. That's brutal. Oh, that sucks. Normally you get 5 when you get to you know, the bottom percent. Wonder where the beanie's at. Well, I mean, the beanie's Star Wars related, so I didn't really want to wear it in here. I need to get some Marvel gear. That's what we've got to get, or just my DB beanie's got to come in, I think. Bet Marvel's mod system would be like other games where you use stuff like 1-star and 6-star gems, give different stats. Yeah, because I remember WWE Supercard brought in its own sort of like mod system, which was fine. You could select like 3 stats to boost, which differentiated your card to other people's. Something like that wouldn't be too bad, but I wouldn't want to see anything like Galaxy Heroes has brought in. I think that's a minefield that they're still struggling to overcome from. Is there any path? Okay, my path's been left open. That's good. We'll just storm down this path. Yes, I know there are new items available. I'm playing the game, BlueStacks. Yeah, I've got my DB merchandise like going now slowly on my Teespring store. That link is also in the description below. Got my t-shirts, got my mugs. I really like a mug like this. You know, the glass style ones. My Polish mug, because my fiance is from Poland. I love that style. I wish they did those, but they don't. And I've also got, what was the other one? My hoodies are in there too. Way lower price than anybody else tends to do, because I don't, you know, I'm not from a wealthy family, so I understand, you know, money, and as a result, I try to keep my prices low. But I really gotta get my beanies and my caps in there, because lots of people have been requesting those, and I need them myself, right? I mean, hats is like my gimmick. Where's the data mine? Oh, that's what the data mine shows anyway. Okay, yeah, I'm way behind. Where do you even find these data mines? Is it on Reddit or something? Mouth mods have already been leaked. It's going to be... Oh, there's only one per character and they offer unique buffs to that specific character. Okay. So it doesn't sound like it's going to be anywhere near as unbalanced as the Galaxy Heroes ones. I mean, I'd be cool with that. A way to make your character different to somebody else's without it necessarily being totally randomly better. Because, yeah, speed meta is horrible in Galaxy Heroes. It's not even about the characters anymore. It's just who has the fastest mods. And I don't think that's the way that a game that has, you know, a built-in paywall should really run. DB, do you think Bulldog was serious when he threatened... I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know Bulldog. We've spoke once or twice. I don't know the ins and outs of the... you know, the drama between the two sides, so I don't really want to speculate. I don't like to speculate. Like, I mean, there was a speculation going on in somebody's stream before, I believe it was Operation Metaverse, that I was banned or something along those lines, and, you know, it was false. I wasn't banned. Somebody cheated against me. I didn't do anything. So, I did endorse the video that McMull put out and stuff, because it didn't actually show people how to cheat. It just kind of showed the problem. So I mean, I'd be surprised if they tried to ban me for that. At most, I'd imagine they would ask me to take the stream down. But I mean, by that point, everyone had seen it. It happened live. Yeah, game has enough random. Yeah, exactly. There's already a random element of red stars. I think if you have red stars of a random element, you do not want an additional paywall random element. I just don't think that'd be good for the health of the game. And I expressed this as well when I heard the rumor of mods. I did comment on it with some of the other Fox Next envoys and Fox Next as well. They did say I don't think it'd be a good idea if it's anything like Galaxy Heroes ones. It should not have anything to do with speed in it. Took me to a week to work on my Grievous mods. Hate them. Yeah, it's taken me a while to get them where I want them, but now I've got about 63% crit chance from pure secondaries. I had to sacrifice a bit of speed to do so. But yeah, the team, my Grievous is coming along quite nicely. Swugger got lots of drama going down recently. It does indeed. I said in Discord that he released info on how to use the cheat if they don't give him his account back. Yeah, see, it's not something I would do. I mean, I was going to address, I mentioned this before, I was going to address the cheating issue anyway, because it happened to me, and people were asking what's going on. They wanted an update on it, because the guy still hasn't been banned. And he 62 banned my Darth Revan team, which means he used 3 characters, and the only characters he had available were a couple of rebels, some resistance, and his Imperial troopers. That's just not possible. So I was going to address it, but I mean, I was never going to showcase how you do this. I've known about this since 2016. I've known about it since they were using the APK in tournaments. So you know, I booted a guy out of my guild in 2016 for cheating. So I've known about it for a long time, and I've never showcased it. That's just a personal thing. I wouldn't have done it that way. Don't know if anyone here has played Marvel Avengers Alliance back in the day. No, I've never played that. Should I play this game? Says Akashi. I can't pronounce your first name, so I'll go with that one. Yes, I think you should play this game. I think you should come and join my community and get involved in this game. I think my path goes this way. Goes up here, there, there, and there. So that's what we'll do. Even though I'd like to beat up the stronger team. Yes, totally play this game. Come join my Discord. Get involved with my Marvel community. Join in all these streams. I wish I had more campaign nodes where you can earn certain mods. That'd be cool. Can you show how I use that squad pre-selection thing in Strike Force? I don't see it. Yeah, it's another one of those things that's kind of, as I explained earlier, I don't think this game does a very good job of educating people where certain little things are. I had a lot of problems when I first started, especially with something as simple as energy refreshing. When you first start refreshing energy, it's done with these like little gold bar looking things, but then it doesn't tell you where you get those or how you get more of them. So I was trying to save them, but it turns out if you just burn through those, then you go to using your, what are they called in this? They're not crystals. Whatever they're called in this, orbs or something along those lines. Use them instead. But the game didn't tell me that. So I lost out on a lot of early refreshes as a result. And there's a lot of things like that it doesn't explain. So I will show you the power cores. That's it, Norin. So I will show you where the squad pre-selection thing is. Basically, you put a team together. Sorry, I got a bunch of YouTube comments. You put a team together and then you click on a little button which then allows you to save it. But it doesn't tell you this. It's one of the many things I need to cover in a video, I believe. I've got to go through it and put a video together of like beginner tricks, beginner tips, something like that, and try and showcase all these little things. If you guys can think of a little list of ones I should cover, feel free to leave them in a DM or something on Discord, and I'll try and cover all of them in one like entry video for people. Come on, game. So slow. Sat here fidgeting with things like rolls of sellotape. Right, there we go. There we go. Let's smash these. Go and beat up Star-Lord first, I think. Goodbye to that big offense buff you like to give everyone. Let's kick Yondu's butt so we get no bonus characters in. Boom. Yeah, loading time can be really brutal, especially that the game's new update seems to have slowed things down big time. Oh, she just keeps dodging everything. Let's just finish these off and just kick her butt at the end. And she's down. Explained a lot back in the day. Like I said, it started it before release. Yeah, it seems as new things have come in, the developers have probably just assumed, you know, you've been playing the game long enough and don't need to know, you know, you would know what these things are type thing. Do you honestly think Galaxy Heroes will be around in a year from now? Yes, I do. I do think so. It's those Fantastic Four, they're breaking the game. They are indeed. Jessica Alba got even the developers dropping their tongues apparently. Right, let me show you. I didn't even need to back out to show you where the squad screen was. You noob, DB. Let's go back in. Because showing you where I was. Alright, here's where the squad selection is. Go into any battle you want. Put your team together here, then click this little button. Squad formation is now saved. And if you want to go in and select your squads, click on that one. And you can go through and see all your pre-selected teams. If there's a team you no longer need there, then click on manage. And you can click on them to delete them. And then, yeah, then hit done. Hopefully that helps. You found it just as I got to it. Go figure. I hope developers and Galaxy Heroes will create something like a Death Star raid. Tell me about it, dude. I've been calling for that since, like, 2017. Around the time that my guild had really cracked Heroic AAT, and it was like, right, I'd love to have another raid come in, make this new ship mode somewhat useful, but no, it's still not here. I still think ships are being totally overlooked in that game, and I think there's a lot of untapped money in that mode. The trouble is the meta just doesn't change quick enough in that mode. It's very stale. It's just like one OP ship gets released, and if you have it, you win. And then you wait like 6 to 9 months till another OP ship comes out, and then it plugs in with that ship. And it's very, very stale. It's a shame because it's one of my favorite modes. Still, it's very, very easy crystals right now. Even if you have 5-star Falcon, you can just mop up crystals against all those much higher geared Rebel 7-star teams. Needs a major overhaul. Can be amazing. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it can really be a great money-making mode for them. All I can think of is that the development team is just stretched too thin. Because I don't see why you wouldn't tap into that. Because it does seem like it needs a fair bit of work to create some new fun modes for it. We've had no new contact forever in Galaxy of Heroes. Yeah, they put out their little road ahead a while ago, but there wasn't really anything in it that we didn't know. You know, light side territory battles has come in, blah blah blah. It's like, well, we already knew that. So I'm guessing that's just really eating up their development time, so nothing fun is on the horizon, which is really sad. Hoping we get a new raid. They did hint it in a previous Q&A that around the end of the year. So me and Xylo both predicted it'll be something to do with the new trilogy, which would be cool. What's your opinion on Grand Arena Championships? Do you think Warrior was right when he said that we won't be seeing it returning time soon due to the whole cheating controversy? Probably, unfortunately. I think they might dial it back a little bit. I do. I think they might dial it back because ever since it's been shown how to cheat, it's going to be more of a problem. It really will be. People that weren't aware of it, that were likely to cheat, are now going to be like, okay, well, there's no real system in there to stop me, so why don't I? Is your alliance participating? Yes, it is, dude. We are doing alliance war. We've been doing that for a while. That's around the time that Xylo came and joined us, actually. That's what he was waiting for us to get to. We've actually got quite a good win record. The only ones we've lost when we were just terribly mismatched. You know, up against guilds, alliances that are just way more advanced than we are. They're the only ones we've actually lost. We've won most of them. Working on my sequel stuff now to get ready for the Q4 releases. That's exactly what I want to do. I just got to get a little bit more gear on my bugs, and I think I'm already, you know, I'll be ready to then start investing in my first order. Put a little bit of work on my fin as well. I think about time I did that. My alliance is about to start our first one today. Record-wise, I don't know exactly, but I would say we've got about 85% win rate, something like that. We've got a couple of my members here. Maybe they've kept a closer eye on our record. If you know, feel free to chime in, guys. But yeah, the only ones we've ever lost, really, where we've gone in and we've had a look, and they've just got us. They've got like 10 times the power we do in teams, and there's not much you can do about it. Just bad matchmaking, the only times we've actually lost. Anytime we've faced anybody around the same power as us, or slightly stronger or weaker, we've always beaten them. We've got some real dedicated players, especially our MVP Chopper. He's always MVP. I might as well finish off old Captain America. Captain America. Okay, I'm caught up on chat. Just double checking. Oh, you got any solid tips for Alliance War? Really, don't throw all of your teams. You try and get about 2 to 3 teams in on defense. I mean, you can simply, if you don't have very deep rosters, you can spread put 1 or 2 characters in with some of the free to use shield characters that they give you. Don't invest everything into one team. I don't think that's a particularly good idea early on. And it's the same when you're attacking. Just try to spread your roster a little bit rather than going in with a full Crete team or a full Punisher team, because you end up only being able to contribute to 1 or 2 battles. And the default team that they put in really isn't very strong, so you can beat it as long as you've got 1 or 2 decent characters in it. But much like with territory wars and territory battles and stuff in Galaxy Heroes, a wide roster is going to help you out. Any advice for Stark Tech? Generally, go for bio at the start. Just put them all on bio, because a huge majority of the early characters, like defenders and stuff, they're all bio based, so you're gonna get big boosts on them. Get that health on there, get that damage on there, get that resistance and stuff like that on there. I kind of skipped focus because there's not a heavy amount of debuffing done by that team. I'll show you what mine's looking like right now. Let's load it up. The loading times are slowly improving the longer we've been on today. But yeah, because considering you're a defender, that's got to be the way to go for Stark Tech. I think I prioritized health and damage first. I have so much stuff in my eyelashes today. Come on, game. Trying to show Jory what I've done. Right. Donation, stack tech. Yeah, these bad boys right here. Prioritize these three first, if I was you, in bio. Then go to resistance. Focus I kind of left behind because, as I said, there's not a great deal of debuffing done by that team. But a lot of people like to heal block your defender team. As a result, having a little bit extra resistance there is going to come in quite handy. Then Mystic is, I believe that is Iron Fist. He's going to get a boost from that too, so you might want to throw a little bit of health and damage onto Mystic once you've maxed bio out as well. And those were the ones that I went for first. I have begun to develop some of the other ones up too, because obviously I've been doing it for a fair while. Yeah, my tech damage has taken a boost, my skill one's taken a big boost. Best hand formation out there. I actually couldn't tell you there, buddy. Hand is not a faction I've really worked on yet. Although I do need to, because if I want Phoenix, I'm going to need a martial art faction. Generally, Nobu is one of the best ones, and you've got a lecturer as well. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, they do need a rework. They're just really not that good of a faction. It was something I kind of put a little bit of investment in early on, because I had like a pretty much a full team straight away. But yeah, they just don't seem to bring a lot of bang for their buck, you know? And as you see, I've got some red stars on them as well. I've got 3-star Nobu just waiting for one more shard, and then I can get him going. Sorceress is definitely one of the decent ones in my opinion. She's got a good heal. Tends to get involved in the battles quite nicely. I believe Archer is the one that can take all of the buffs off an enemy team. Let me just double check that. Arrow Storm, I believe, does that job. Yeah, it clears one positive effect off each enemy. So yeah, it clears one buff, sorry. I thought it did a bit more than that, but perhaps I'm just facing teams that don't have a great deal. But yeah, obviously these three would be an obvious go-to in my opinion. But then after that, the faction just isn't very good, and I don't think any of the other four are really absolutely essential. You can kind of just plug and play by that point. Yeah, Nori says Sentry is really good, so there's another option. You can see mine's level 1. Haven't even touched him. Haven't touched my assassin. Yeah, I just don't really bother with the faction. Yeah, Hydra are pretty poor as well in general. The standard Hydra characters like Sniper and so on just don't seem to really bring much to the table. Chase, how you doing, dude? Greetings from Poland. Do love my Polish viewers. My fiance is Polish. Been with her over 6 years now, so I speak very basic Polish. Hey there, Mostef. Yes, I'm actually sponsored to play this game as well. Love Marvel. Love this game. So happy to be back playing it. Let's do a little bit of this as well. Where should I focus inside the Defenders squad? Well, generally all of them. You really want to be picking up all of the characters at one time. Let me pop back to them. Because obviously you'll pick up, you just click all because they're all at the top. You'll pick him up in his store, so get him in the store. I think it's the Blitz store that Luke Cage is there. Get him to about 5-star. Iron Fist has its own node, and it is a real pain early on. Like, but when you first get into the game, it's got Ultron in the team, so it's horrible. But as soon as you get a team somewhat developed, you'll eat through it and really start getting him farmed. Punisher is just one of the farms you really need to get in on as soon as you possibly can. Daredevil's in the arena store, so you want to pick him up, and Jessica Jones, I believe, is on one of the dark side campaigns, so you want to farm her there. So you got like 2 campaign farms. I think he's in, I don't think it's the Mystic one, I forget the name of it. Whatever the third one is, I believe Iron Fist is there. And yeah, and then these 2 are in stores. So that's what you want to be picking up. Getting Iron Fist geared up early on, and getting his unique done so you get more of the heals in there is pretty important. The unique on Punisher is also quite important. It allows him to assist a lot more. And yeah, investing in general in Luke Cage, I think, is a fairly good idea. He's the core. Like in an emergency, he's the one that's going to taunt and start eating up the damage. But yeah, Daredevil. Yeah, you want to get this to level 3 by look at it. That's the one that's going to apply counter. But yeah, once that team comes together, man, they're good. Nexus, that's the one. I couldn't remember what it was called. But yeah, they work fantastic. They did great in raids, arena, blitz, you name it, because they're a self-healing team. So, you know, they just constantly heal every single time Iron Fist has a turn, and he has a heal move as well, which I believe once you take to a certain level will also heal city allies. Yeah, because it does. Yeah, it does that one. Where does it come in? There we go. At level 5, it starts to heal city heroes as well, which in turn will heal Punisher as well. Do you have Storm? I do have Storm. Yeah, Spidey can plug in there. I think it's Ms. Marvel. One with the bloody big hands. Yeah, I got Psylocke, I got Storm. 2 red stars on both of them. Wolverine at 5-star. I was really hoping to get my X-Men team together, but I couldn't get Phoenix and I couldn't get Colossus either. Now that Colossus Blitz was just so competitive. I just couldn't get there. Oh, Crossbones can go up a star. Why not? I use them on a B team to build up my what's it call it? The counter for. Oh, what's it called? So your blitz points, you get more of them. I forget what it's called. But yeah, I do that. I tend to use them in one of those squads. My mind went totally blank there. Yeah, Miss Marvel, she's one that can plug into that team. Who else can you plug into that team? Night Nurse, something like that, you know. So there are uses. Phoenix Legendary, yeah, I'm not going to be ready for that one. Building a martial art team at 5-star, it doesn't seem that easy. Or is it 6-star for her? I can't remember. I know the new one is supposed to be 7-star or something. I heard from a date of mine. Yeah, I've got some decent characters down here, like Rhino and Venom, War Machine, Night Nurse. I just don't have the training mats to actually invest in them. We're about to unlock Nobu. I'm not far from Wasp, but I do have as a 4 red star. Scarlet Witch is one of the characters I use. I've got her with Pyro, and I need to build up what's you call it for that. It is 6 stars. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. I'm focusing on Iron Man and Nick Fury at the moment. They seem the most reachable and sensible ones for me to really dedicate for. Yeah, I remember when I first began the game, when it first released, Night Nurse was kind of a character you were kind of inclined to go for. But yeah, I haven't really bothered with her anymore. You know, she's still level 1. I've just not bothered. I've not needed her. At this point in the game, she doesn't have the value that she used to have. So many better healers have been brought into the game, or characters reworked. So yeah, she's not where she used to be. Yeah, just like the Vine said. Alright, see if there's anything I can really contribute to in Alliance War before I heads off. I think I had the driest mouth in the world, and for the first time ever, Talia has not offered me a cup of tea or something, which is sad time. She normally does. Normally does. So many messages to go through when I'm done with this stream. Valley Flying said there's a rumor that Invisible Woman will require other legendary heroes. Ah, so it's going to be a bit like what's his name then? Malik. Minerva? I don't actually know how to pronounce it. I've not seen her in any other films yet. I'm way behind. Okay, the flight deck seems to be the one everyone's going for. Yeah, see, they're using the default team. So here, you don't want to go in with like your full Kree team. That's just going to be overkill. You want to kind of divide it up, put a few scrubs in there, along with a couple of decent characters. And then you'll actually be able to take it out. She was introduced in Captain Marvel. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit behind on these. I just realised I've actually forgotten to turn one of my lights on. I wondered why I was fairly dark on camera. Ugh. Have a good day. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to call it there before I get into this, because I'm going to speak to my alliance first and figure out where they want me attacking and stuff. So I think I'll call it there, because I'm actually getting the shakes from hunger and dehydration, I think. So thank you all very much for coming into this stream. It's been a blast. Big shout out to to Jeremy Johnson, Crawford Port, Marcus, and Darth Haldo for all becoming new subscribers to my channel during this stream. It's awesome to see. Thank you to all the new people that have come up in chat. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future Marvel streams. I am going to try and do these regularly, especially because there's really not much to stream on Galaxy Heroes. So that's really going to be my content. This is going to be what I stream, I think. This is going to be one of those new hot games I'm really going to try and cover a lot. So be sure to sub so you don't miss any of it. And until next time, guys, we out of here.